We generated around 560 plus million impressions organically. Those
creating property cards for the first time for people owning houses in the rural areas.
We have a patent on a bits technology,
but we were really guided by what we wanted it to be.
In terms of the content consumption pattern has changed.
Very competitive, very crowded.
The objective is basically to democratize cancer care.
I see a very bright future for retail industry.
technology now allows us to scale up.
We also want to help patients become more compliant.
If I look at the custom solutions market, it's almost about $1,500 billion.
Your customers will not continue to be with you if you don't change it.
We had adopted digitalization much earlier.
Within a very short span of time, we are the number one operator in the whole of South India.
If you are reaching out to a lakh people today, you would be reaching out to an entire globe tomorrow.
We got those two brands and then immediately got into a few of the LFRs and there was no looking back.
Hello, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 24th episode of Ascent Talks. My name is Ajit Panikar, and I'm an Ascent member for over 10 years and lead Nova, an air conditioning company, and Pure Blue, a tech-enabled startup in the air conditioning domain. And my co-host is Aleem. How are you doing, Aleem?
Fantastic, Ajit. Good morning, everyone, to a nice, bright Friday morning, and welcome to the show. And we're very excited to have you with a very, very exciting speaker today. And to let you know a little more about Ascent, here's Ajit telling you a little more about Ascent today.
Yep. So Ascent is a not-for-profit expression of Harsh Mariwala, Chairman Marico Limited, and his passion to identify high-potential growth stage entrepreneurs and enable them to grow their enterprise and enrich their entrepreneurial journey. Launched in 2012, Ascent today empowers more than 850 entrepreneurs across India. Ascent is designed as a unique, powerful, peer-to-peer platform that leverages the power of the collective through self-facilitated groups called trust groups, which enables entrepreneurs to share and exchange experiences, ideas, insights, and create a healthy ecosystem to learn from each other. Today's event, which is a weekly event held every Friday, Ascent Talks, showcases Ascent members and their interesting entrepreneurial journeys. So, Ali, let's get a celebrity on today.
Absolutely, celebrity is what we're talking about. So, Rahul is the director of WoL3D. It's one of the leading 3D printing companies which deals in printers, education, and scanning. Variety of 3D printers for the first time in India. WoL3D caters to schools, institutes, and also engaged in 3D printing education and workshops. WoL3D is involved in all aspects of product prototyping and manufacturing, using the latest best-in-class printing techniques and equipment. They also offer various printing services as well as provide advanced FDM and SLS color printers such as FlagForge and wall printers, B2B. And obviously, if the face sound looks familiar, it's because Rahul was recently did a very big deal at Shark Tank, and we're very proud to have him in our Ascent cohort and also at Ascent Talks today. So, welcome, Rahul. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Aleem and Ajit.
So, Rahul, just to kickstart, exactly, can you tell us a little about what you do, how you do it, and what's the key USP? While I have told that, but in your words, how do you define this industry and this business?
So my company name is WoL3D. So we are India's biggest consumer 3D printing brand. So we basically, our aim is to have a 3D printer in every home. 3D printing is a technology where it's also called as additive manufacturing. And I believe that you should just follow your passion and then everything will follow with it. And for the past 6 years, we've been working passionately in creating this industry and the segment as a whole.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. But Rahul, 3D printing is, I mean, some of us understand it who are in this. So just for the sake of viewers, what is 3D printing? And how does it work actually? We all understand what printing is, what a printer is, everything. But what is 3D printing? Like, tell us a little about it. And what are the opportunities that this whole industry is bringing? What are the growth opportunities and everything?
So basically, I tell you, 3D printing is also called as additive manufacturing. So additive manufacturing means layer by layer addition. So if you see a construction building, how you see every floor is being made to complete the building. Similarly, in 3D printing, we have layers. So every layer can be a 0.2 mm or maybe some certain specific height. Layer by layer, the layers are adding to each other to make a final product, which is also called as a prototype or final products. Today 3D printing is a more of a a new generation technology which helps people to create end products, get into innovation. Basically whatever is your idea you can get into reality. People who are into manufacturing segment can create more prototypes and create more design elements. There is a huge opportunity in the educational sector because 3D printers are used to make robots, drones and various other innovations. And like during our age, we used to have computer labs in every school. Right now, there are 3D printing labs in every school across India. So that's a huge opportunity that we see.
And how did you get this idea? And once you got this idea, how did you implement it? And what kind of changes did you bring about? And how was the reaction when people actually heard about these things?
So this idea, so basically, I'll just give you my brief of where I come from. I used to work with my dad in a textile business, where we were the biggest distributors of Birla company like Aditya Birla and Kesoram. And I wanted to always create a brand for myself. So once I went to an exhibition in Mumbai itself. In that exhibition, when I entered, the first thing that I see is a 3D printer. Somebody had kept a demo 3D printer which was for about 20 lakh rupees. And I was thinking that I traveled so much and I've never seen a machine like that where you can make a horse also, you can make a cart also, you can make a gun also, you can make a car also. So I thought this is a next gen technology, and if we get the same product at a consumer level and something which is affordable, we can start innovation at a lot of grassroots level. So after that, I started traveling. I went to China, I went to Taiwan, I went to UK to see who are the manufacturers in the world who make a technology machinery at a very affordable prices. After that, we got few printers to India. We started analyzing the application. The biggest problem is that when we used to tell people when I started that I'm into 3D printing technology, they used to give me orders of paper ke upar embossing. so, so my first year used to be like
T-shirt bana lo yaar, mera photo डाल के T-shirt bana lo.
Yeah, so whenever I used to go to any conference or any meeting, they used to feel like, oh, I'll give him a reference. अरे मुझे ये कार्ड बनाना है जिसमें 3D look चाहिए. So that was the biggest difficulty because technology was not known. And also when I started, India was all about industrial 3D printing. Only big companies used to use 3D printing, which had machines of 20 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs. So people like you and me could never have an approach of innovation because the machines are expensive. So we thought that if we want to enter this niche industry, we need to create our own space. So hence we entered only consumer 3D printing. And that's how we have become the biggest player in the industry today.
That's amazing. So typically what you do is you actually sell the machines and you make money out of the filaments, or what you call as the chemical that goes into the printing. Is that how that works?
So basically we have 4 or 5 product range. One is a 3D printer. 3D printers are 2 varieties that we have. One is which we import and one which we assemble in India and make in India. So we basically focus on consumer technology 3D printing. In the world, there are a lot of 3D printing which is available, which is a plastic 3D printing, resin-based 3D printing, powder-based 3D printing, food 3D printing, chocolate 3D printing, biomedical 3D printing. So, but we focus on only on the plastic and the resin part of the 3D printing industry because those are affordable machines. We sell these machines across India. We also do their installation training, AMC and all that. We also have our own brand of 3D pens. So 3D pens are like, magic pens. Whatever you draw will become solid. So age group of 5 years onwards can use that pen. So we have our own brand called as iTouch 3D. So that's an Indian brand where we have 5 design patents. Then we manufacture the raw material which is a wire that is required, which is a 100% biodegradable plastic. We manufacture the wire in India. The same wire we can use it in any country.
Yeah, that's how 3D printing
One
shows up on
more,
the screen.
yeah, one more,
You just kind of froze for a moment. So please go back like a 3 seconds and just go back again.
yeah. So along with the filament, we also do one more service that, a lot of people don't have machines. So what we do is that we have in-house team who can design for you and we can make the product and give it to you. So that is called as 3D designing or 3D prototyping services. So these are the various range of things that we do from, hardware selling to raw material to AMC and also to make the final products for you.
That's amazing.
And now, Rahul, tell us the big story. How did you get into Shark Tank? What was the process? What happens over there? Tell us behind the scenes. We've all seen the show. Now, tell us behind the scenes. What happens behind the scenes?
So he's right. So Rahul, tell us. See, we have seen the Shark Tanks as the sharks at the Ascent Conclave. We've seen it on the show. Tell us what we haven't seen. What happens behind the scene, and what happens the money comes in. Tell us those things.
So I'll tell you. First of all, Shark Tank is a real show. Okay, everything happens real over there. There is no retake. It's not a reality show which they make you say something, nothing like that. It's 100% real reality show. Shark Tank was I always believe in manifestation. Shark Tank was never a part of my dream actually. It's just one friend who was there in the last season. He said, Rahul, your business is such amazing concept. You should go in Shark Tank. So Shark Tank has four stages. First stage is an online application where basically you send all your documents, who you are as a brand, what are your financials, what do you do as a company, what is your ask from the sharks, what money you want. Second, after the first, we started in April 2022, the process, and we got aired in February 27th. So imagine we were working since about 10 months from the first submission till the airing process. The second process is basically whatever documents we have sent in the first session. So there are about 20,000 applications in Shark Tank. In the second process, they ask you more details. They ask you CA certified all those documents. They ask you to make a 5-minute video presentation where you're talking about your brand. What are your vision? What are you doing? What is the scope? What is the future? So after the second process is when the third process comes, which is one of the most important process, where they call you to a place. We were called in Mumbai in a hotel where the same thing that happens in the Shark Tank last episode. Before that, they make us meet the entire team of 5 people sharks. So they are not the real shark, but I think they were part of the Shark Tank team, where similarly there are 5 people sitting in front of you. You have to pitch in your business. They will ask you questions left, right, center. You need to do the same demo. You need to put a display, everything. So that happened in the third stage. After the third stage, after 2 months, you get a message saying that, boss, you are selected for the end episode, end recording, where you have to come to the sets. So for us, it's all feel like dream is coming true. From somewhere magic is happening. So, I mean, for best thing about Shark Tank is that they value entrepreneurs so much that from the day when we went on the third stage, from the time you enter the hotel, they have people on the lobby making sure all your baggage is taken care of. You are given all the respect that you are an entrepreneur. You are making change to the industry. You are making change in India. So that respect is what it starts from the day one. On when we entered the lobby reception and then we set up, we did all that. We came on the last day. The last day we did a recording in Andheri itself, in Yashar's studios, where it was a 3-day session. So we started at morning 7 o'clock. We finished the day at 11 o'clock.
Wow.
Okay. So first 2 days, they basically train you in the sense that when we are on the third day meeting the sharks, we are in the tank. facing them. We need to make sure, they need to make sure that we know the things, what can be asked, what can be done. Are we presenting the right way? Are we wearing the right clothes? So for 2 days, they make us meet people like, they make us meet the fashion designer there. They make us meet the makeup. They make us meet the finance guys who will ask you 100 questions about your company. You have to keep calling your CA. Okay, what is this number? What is this number? Because in the tank, you don't have a chance to have your phone also. And then the basic thing is that when you saw our presentation, we have a pitch, which is a 30-second pitch that we do. And after that, there's a questionnaire. So we come up with an idea that this is my pitch, this is what I represent my brand like. But they have choreographers over there who basically choreograph your entire pitch. They will tell you, okay, for your business, I think you should say these things, they will find more value. Or you should add this, you should say this way, you should present it this way. We were 4 people who had come on the tank. So we were told that okay, this person presents well, let him do the start, let this person do the second thing. So basically they're making sure that as a brand we also learn about how to present.
Wow.
After that, and then also over there, when we went to the Yestar studio, this is my first time experience going to a studio live and going in a live event. Everywhere it's only black screen. So over there you feel you are in a black room. You don't see light over there from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. All you are just doing is rehearsal. And then in that, because you saw in the Shark episode, we had a lot of display on the side. So we have to, in the 2 days, we have to show a display also over there. We have to make sure that our display is put well. They will make the changes in the display. First, we have to display everything. They will dismantle it. Then again, on the stage, they will do it in the morning. So because our display was very big, on the 3rd day, morning was the first, we were the first contestants to enter the Shark. Now, we are fully scared. Okay. We we don't know what's going to happen. And we were said, now is your time to enter. So all 4 of us enter the Shark. Generally, before you go, those 3 days you are not allowed to talk to any other contestant. So you even if you want to go to the washroom, the Shark Tank team will come with you, stand outside the washroom, take you back to the recording place. Again, they will not leave you alone. Okay.
They don't come inside with you, right?
No, that way we are safe.
Okay.
So for 2 days, they are with you. Okay, they don't let you do anything. So we don't know what happened with other people. All we know is that everybody took 20 minutes to 40 minutes in the tank. So when our chance came, we thought, okay, we also have a chance of being there for half an hour. So over there, when we entered, first of all, our session went out for 2 hours. So 2 hours, you're standing in the tank. Okay, in the tank, and they're shooting questions like left, right, and center. You are like in a war zone where they're asking you question. You're answering one, you're answering second, you're answering third. Sometimes you miss a question, and then they again come back to you saying that you missed this question. First you answer this, then you answer the second Shark. And there was a moment where I had to ask my co-founder that, what is the question asked? Because inside for 2 hours, imagine you're standing and you're answering, and all you have in your mind is that I have worked in this business for 6 hours, and right now I'm standing over there to get a confirmation that what I'm doing is good. I mean, if they don't give me an offer, what will happen? How will I go out?
Yeah.
I've been working on this for 6 years. Yeah. So all that things are going in your mind for that 2 hours, and they are asking you questions. And in the entire episode, in the recording, in the tank when we were there, they ask you real questions. You have to answer real. There is no editing. You can't take your answers back. Nothing. Everything happens real. So over there, some sharks are very enthused about knowing about you. Some are relaxed. So sometimes people who are more enthused, you want to talk to them in the tank, thinking they will give you an offer. But all of a sudden, for us, Aman came in as a surprise, saying that I will give you an offer, and we're like, he was relaxed, and I think he in the start only had decided that I want to give an offer.
Yeah.
Right.
So everything that happens inside is real, and then there is a very strong team that Shark Tank has. They make sure they follow up with you. They tell you what's happening, what's the process, and everything is, it's like you don't know what's there the next door. So every stage when we cleared, we didn't know how many stages are there ahead, or what's going to happen ahead, or when it's going to happen ahead. So the journey has been a lot of fun. It has been very exciting for the team because everybody's working of creating content. अभी क्या बनावे हम? Or and this is the biggest platform for a business to get a PR that is across the national. It's a national PR that you're getting, and 20,000 applications and 150 people selected to go on air. So that's more than you can ask for.
Yeah.
I think I said a yeah.
No, but it was very interesting, very interesting. But tell us, after that, what happens? After you got out of the show, then what happens? People have got to know you.
But 1 minute, I just want to make a very funny thing. All this happens outside my office. I'm exactly opposite Yashraj Studio. मुझे नहीं पता है. I put one application.
Yeah. So,
tell us what happens after that. Yeah, the impact after that. How does your world change after that? Then how does Aman engage?
Okay.
How does your money come in? Tell us a little more about that too.
So I'll tell you now what happens is that after you are done with your, you meet the sharks. We met the shark, we pitched our, thing. And then Aman said he'll offer. We accepted the offer. After that, you come out of your tank. I think for 1 week, you don't know what happened in your life. Because all of a sudden, for 2 days, you are in a dark room. All of a sudden, you feel that, bhai, somebody's coming and putting money on your business. And you are going to be a kind of business celebrity of, showcasing your brand and being a leader in the industry now. So, and overnight, you cannot accept such fact to happen. So and because you practice so much for 3 days, you feel like there is a lot of, anxiety and ye kya ho gaya? So the same we felt. After that, from, we did the recording in September first week. Till Feb, we are not allowed to tell anybody that we went to Shark Tank. Okay. So first of all, you have to keep 6 months of secrecy. You only know what you have done. And maybe a few of my friends got to know that I'm coming on Shark Tank. So Shark Tank started on 2nd Jan. So every day my friends are messaging, aa jayega. And Shark Tank doesn't tell you whether you are going to come on air or you're not going to come on air. So even if 100 people are getting funded, only 75% people come on air. So funding and coming on air is not related. So every day people ask, okay, are you coming? Are you coming? And secondly, when we were there inside for 2 hours, ऐसा नहीं है कि सब अच्छा ही बोलते. आपकी बहुत सारा they rip you off also, right? So you are scared. भाई air होके क्या होने वाला है? Are you gonna get ripped? Or are you gonna get, what is gonna happen? Because you don't know the editing that they do, right? So and you don't know what's gonna get aired. You're nothing given a preview, nothing, zero. You also gonna see the first time as other people are gonna see on TV. So when it got aired, we did a airing for about 300 to 400 people live. So मैं और मेरी wife Saloni, we were sitting on the first row and there are behind 200, 300 people और हम सोच रहे हम देख रहे वो लोग भी देख रहे हम उनको नहीं देखते. But positively everything happened nice. Now what is the outcome of Shark Tank? The best thing that happened in life is that Shark Tank increases your brand visibility. It increases a trust factor in the vendor who wants to buy from you. And it is a free form of PR, which is the biggest in the country. They say 20 minutes on Shark Tank is equal to 20 crores of marketing fund.
True.
Amazing.
So after we came from Shark Tank, we started closing distributors. Immediately after Shark Tank, we closed 4 distributors across India. We were approached by various big corporates for getting their 3D printing solutions. We got a lot of trust factor on tender systems. Like a lot of government tenders are coming on 3D printing technology. Because we are on Shark Tank, it's a more national platform. So people know, okay, हाँ, ये brand सही है, इससे ही माल लेना है.
Yeah.
So that brand trust factor, and we had a proven business model. So for us, things were easy. One of the biggest benefit that I had is in my employees. They felt like, sir, we are part of a Shark Tank brand now. So their self confidence from being a normal company, they felt like, भाई हम अभी हम एक branded company के अंदर है.
Wow.
That way. And in the Shark Tank process of how the investors come on board, it's a due diligence that happens. Due diligence vary from companies to company. It may take, somebody takes 3 months, somebody takes 11 months, somebody takes a year. So our due diligence is on right now. We are in touch with the team of Aman, where they keep giving value addition, what is to be done, what is happening. So everybody takes due diligence, because what happens is that the sharks are not free till the episode is over, because they don't have to sit, they don't have time to sit for your brand only. So generally they start due diligence from the March this year, because Feb is when it finishes, and then they start due diligence. They start one brand at a time. And but in the tank now, we were given a lot of things as advices. The moment we came out now, we took those advices as by कोई business guru ने हमको बोला ये करो, हम चुपचाप से कर लेते. So those advices we put in a company today, which is helping us to grow.
Nice. I mean, in fact, you must see that. You must see that show. Our man walked away with just 2% equity. He just gave away 2% equity.
Wow.
So that's a big high point for an entrepreneur. And he, for 2%, forget about what money he got, but he picked up a 20 crore PR effort. That is too good, man. That is absolutely good.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Awesome, man. What a beautiful story. Fantastic.
And Rahul, tell us about Ascent. How did this happen, and how did they help in your journey? And was there any value add that you had from Ascent in this?
So for me, Ascent was very new. I was recommended by a friend. He told me that I'm a member of Ascent since 4 or 5 years. And like, this event had happened of Ascent, where, the Sharks were also invited. Boman Irani sir was invited. So I had attended that event. There are a lot of value added, speakers who come and talk about their experience. I think, attending these sessions also gets you a lot of learning about how the real life is outside, and how their experiences is. And best is that you get to network. And what I realized that
Hey, I think we just kind of lost him out there.
Yeah, but it was a very interesting story.
But very interesting story. Yeah? We just kind of, I was quite impressed.
The first time you and I were quiet in the whole show.
I know. We just didn't speak about anything and nothing of that sort, and it was just fantastic. And I like that whole. I was just happy listening to him about his Shark Tank story.
Correct.
And I've actually seen that show, that episode where he is coming.
Yes.
And he handles it brilliantly, and you can see that stress level, because all the sharks except for Aman, everyone just backed out. They all said that it's a great business, but not my cup of tea. So you're left with only one guy. And he's negotiating, and our man just gives away 2%. That also, I think, part equity and part debt, which he can kind of pay back. So that's the way he does it. So it's a very interesting stuff. Hey, thank you so much for coming back. Thanks a lot. Yeah. So you were just telling about the Ascent story. We've got just a few more minutes to go before we actually wind up. So tell us about the Ascent story.
Rahul, can you hear us?
All right, so we have some tech challenges, but I guess we've had a great story. This is the first time we've actually had somebody from Ascent members cohort who's come online and who's spoken about his Shark Tank story, and we'll keep chasing it because we'll keep updating you as to how he does very well. So he is definitely a showcase member for us. Yeah, so it's fantastic. So. I'm not sure if we have much time. We just have about a minute or two to go. So I'll just take one more chance and see if I can get Rahul online and if he can hear us very clearly. No, unfortunately, he's unable to log in. We've lost him on that. But yeah, we got the crux of the whole thing. He's been an Ascent member. He's been actually talking about Ascent quite a bit. And we're just so happy to have him on our talk show today. So big takeaway. And thanks to Rahul for joining us today and sharing everything with us. But for all of you guys who have been writing to us, who've been following us, we have been watching the analytics. The show has got some great hits. All the Ascent talks have been increasing on viewership. The Ascent Foundation pages has been getting a lot of followership. Keep sharing it. Keep sharing it with other entrepreneurs. It's just nice to motivate another entrepreneurs, and that's a special cohort by itself. But if you think you're growth ready and you want to be part of the Ascent cohort, log into ascentfoundation.in and apply for membership. And the Ascent team will get in touch with you to evaluate you. And if you do qualify, we will be happy to get you on board as our member. So that's great to have. What do you say, Ali?
Absolutely. And wishing everyone a great financial year ahead. I mean, we hope you grow, and I think a sign of success would be if you come on Ascent Talks. So,
Rahul just came in. Yeah. Yeah. So thanks a lot, Rahul. I know it's been a little tough for you on the network front, but I think thank you very much. I'm not sure we can hear you very well, but thank you so much for taking time out and being with us today. And thanks a lot. We just got to wind up the show because this network's going to be bad. All right. So see you guys next Friday, same time, 11 o'clock. Rahul, thank you very much. That's a fascinating story. To all our viewers, do write back to us and tell us what do you think about it. Bye-bye. See you. Have a great weekend. See you around. Bye-bye.